Good morning. What'd you say, Doc? This is day 0. Less than 24 hours left. Good morning, good morning. Happy New Year, Tanya, Lynette. All right. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year to each and every one of you today. Wow. Can you believe another year is in the books? And I'm excited about it. You know, number one on everybody's bucket list is to be here. And so I am super excited about being here and being clear. And I thought about today's message. The fact that we're here listening means that we have accomplished a lot. And how do we frame this year that will prepare us for good things, great things, miraculous things coming next year? Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools that we have in our life, in our lives. That idea of gratitude, whatever you are grateful for, you get more of. Many times we get so focused on what we don't have. Oh man, I don't have any money. I'm broke. I don't. My health is challenged. Whatever the things we don't have. And whenever we focus on we don't have, guess what? We get more of it. So if we focus on I don't have any money, then we get more of no money. I don't have good relationships, then we get more of don't have good relationships, bad relationships. And so this day, this 31st day of the year, this last day, this 31st day of December, this last day of the year, I'd like to challenge each and every one of you to reflect on what you're grateful for. I'm very grateful for you as an audience for joining us and being a part of this experience. You know, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m., and now we're beginning to do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. And so I'm so grateful that you keep showing up, and when you show up, it makes me show up. A friend was saying, Doc, you're so consistent. You always show up. Well, I show up because I expect to see you. I wrote a song once called No Way to Say Goodbye. And a part of the song said, there is no way to say goodbye, though we're not happy, though we have tried. There are no words that ease the pain, and yet that mean I won't see you again. So let's make a date as we often do, and just not show up, neither me nor you. And then we'll both know, both you and I, and yet we never had to say goodbye. Wow. Well, I have a date with you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 o'clock, and Tuesday and Thursday at 9, and Saturday mornings at 8. And it is because of that I show up. So being here today, let us just take a journey for a moment and think about the things that we are grateful for. Of course, number one, we're grateful to be alive. Grateful to be conscious and aware of who we are and where we are and what we're about and what we want to do. The gift of life is so profound. When we talk about, I guess there are atheists and people who don't believe in a greater power, but it is not by accident that you manifest on the planet at this point in time and space. And so to be grateful for being alive. Don't worry about what's going on, just the fact that you're here. I'm grateful for being alive. This moment of life is your gift from God. A seed planted in you by the Creator saying you have another moment, another day to live. And what you do with this seed, what you do with this day is your gift to God. So as we go forth this year, let us honor the gift that God has given us by the presence and the life that we're living, by being meaningful, by being impactful, by transforming the world, by helping, by loving, by adding good things to the world. Let's also be grateful for our attitude. You know, your attitude is like the ships on your boat, on the boat that is your life. When you have a boat on the river of time, the winds, the energies, the vibrational experiences that are going on around you, that same wind that pushes one boat and blows it over and causes it to sink, that same wind, by adjusting your sails, adjusting your attitude, can push you further and closer towards your goals. So let us be grateful for the power of attitude. Because attitude gives us a way to frame anything that happens to us in a way that benefits us. So when terrible things happen, your attitude says, what good lesson must I learn from this experience? When situations, with the prodigal son, when he was in the pig pen of life and he looked at where he was, he's feeding somebody else's pigs, so they aren't even his pigs. But he said, I don't belong here. He said, he changed his entire attitude. He said, I don't belong here. I belong somewhere else. Pat Parrish from New York. Good morning. Sade from New York. Baby New Year. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Good seeing you today. But the prodigal son said, in my father's house, even the servants have food enough and more. And then he said something profound. I will arise and go to my father. Now, you know the story. The moment he goes to the father, as they says, while he was a long way off. And that means in consciousness, not about distance. While he was a long way off, while he just looked up out the pig pen and just said, I arise out of the muck and the mud, that the father rushed to meet him, to bring the robes and the rings. And so this says that this year, when we are grateful for the time we have, that when we are grateful for our attitude, our ability now to look at our situation and always see the good in it. To approach this year with the attitude that there's never a loss, there's never a failure, that you either win or learn. What an attitude. And so that way, whatever happens, to be grateful for the experience, the opportunity to grow. So we're grateful, of course, for what went well in our lives and all the victories we had, but we're also grateful for the challenges, for the barriers, for the things that made us grow, that made us strive, because we know that these are the things that make us great. Be grateful for those things that require you to stretch. You don't know how powerful you are until you're forced to demonstrate that power. I guarantee each and every one of you listening here, there's certain things that have happened to you over your lifetime, and you look back and scratch your head and say, man, I don't know how I got through that. But the fact that you got through it is a message to you of how powerful you really are. Be gratitude for the clarity that you have gained over this last year. Clarity in all things, clarity in your thoughts, so that you can, as the song says, I can see clearly now. Clarity in your thoughts, that you can now see beyond the negative thoughts to the positive thoughts that uplift you and give you wings. Clarity in your emotions, that you no longer have to fear There's that realization that fear and faith cannot coexist, but they exist only by your choices. So be gratitude to the clarity that can be obtained by the choices that you are able to make. You see, in those choices, you are able to take advantage of the contrast. What your life would look like if this happens, and what your life would look like if this does not happen. And then you use that God-given power to choose the good. Clarity in your habits. You know, many of us do things that do not honor us. Do things that undermine our vision and our goals. Do things that undermine our purpose and the reason for our being. And so be grateful for that clarity gained through the challenges that we face now that say, aha, I need to eat better. I need to get more rest. I need to be better organized. I need to lay out my clothes the night before. I need to make a list of things to do. I need to schedule my activities. In other words, be grateful for the growing habits, for the lessons that you've learned to help you form better habits, good habits, growth habits, habits that lift you up. Be grateful for the clarity of relationships. Be grateful for those who remain steady and even for those who changed. Be grateful for those circumstances that helped reveal to you who the person really was and where they belonged on the ship, the boat that is your life. Even more profoundly, maybe they don't even belong on the boat that is your life at all. So be grateful for the clarity, the discernment that you can see who they really are, and then be grateful for the courage to act accordingly. Those who love you, those who honor you, let them know it. Give thanks to them. Let them know how important they are in your life. As I opened today, I said that I am so grateful that you show up on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. and Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. I'm grateful that you show up because it is your presence, it's my anticipation of your presence that gives me the courage and the motivation to be here for you. So those who love you, those you honor, you let them know it. Spend some quality time with them. Whatever you send out, you attract. Be grateful for your resilience. Your ability to hang in there no matter what. You know, life so often is like going down a highway, a dark highway. I was in Christmas, I was up in the country in Youngsville, North Carolina, and when you in one of these developments that's newly being, created, and as you drive along, there are no street lights like in the city, and so it's dark, dark, dark. And so be grateful for that resilience that gives you that courage to keep moving, even when you can't see what's around the bend. To have that resilience that's based on faith that says, whatever's around that bend, I know it's going to be good for me. It's going to be a blessing. It's going to be a victory. It's going to be a lesson. But in any event, whatever's around that bend is going to lift me up and give me strength and give me power. That inner strength that you have that gives you the ability to resist, to uplift, to confront, to overcome, to grow, to persist, to hang in there, no matter what. This day, be grateful for guidance. I was talking to my daughter, and we had such a profound conversation, and I gave thanks to say, oh my goodness, I am so glad that I am here for her, that I am here, that I can guide her through this moment of challenge that she was experiencing. I'm here to be a dad, a father, a comforter, a teacher, a sounding board. I'm here to be whatever is needed to help her move through this challenge. So be grateful for guidance. Guidance from others, to set our ego aside and accept the lesson that you can see in someone else. To set aside our ego so that when we see that someone else has achieved some greatness, that it's not a thing to be jealous of, but it's a thing to say, my goodness, they let me know it's possible. Pat Parrish, we have a friend, Tammy. Tammy was a person who instructed and challenged me to walk on 16 feet of hot coals with Tony Robbins. And we're talking about in the beginning of Tony's days, when Tony was doing his seminars in school auditoriums, and when the firewalk was in the playground outside of a school off of 8th Avenue in New York. He was not big yet. And so Tammy, when she walked across those hot coals, she was an example of the ability to overcome fear. So be thankful for that guidance that others can give you. Be thankful for that guidance that you can achieve by being in alignment with your Creator. That prayerful guidance that opens up the storehouse of wisdom, the storehouse of courage, the storehouse of love, to help move you through to that next experience in life that you know will be a good one. And so finally, I know we've gone a little longer today, but I want to sort of go full circle and always be grateful for the gift of now. This closing day of the year reminds us that life is lived from moment to moment, and that each moment carries the potential for renewal, for growth, for enlightenment. Gratitude anchors us in the present. From this place, from this vibration, from this consciousness where we are, we acknowledge. We are grateful for health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, money, abundance of every form. So this affirmation, I give thanks for all this year has brought. Let's say it together. I give thanks for all this year has brought, seen and unseen, seen and unseen. I bless what has been, knowing that all is for a purpose. I bless what has been, knowing that all is for a purpose. I release anything that's not good for me and replace it with love, joy, and compassion. And finally, I welcome each day as an unfolding experience. I welcome it with love. I welcome it with trust. I welcome it with faith. And I welcome it with more gratitude, knowing that whatever I am grateful for I get more of. So it is. Thank you so much, each and every one of you today. This day is your day to be grateful. This day is your day to give thanks. This day is your day to live the dream that is your life. This day is your day to be grateful for all that has been. Always knowing that we can be what we want to be, do what we want to do, and have anything we desire. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. When I post this, I'd love it if you share some of the great things that have happened to you this year, some of the lessons that you've learned, some of the victories that you've had. Somebody needs to hear your message. Somebody needs to see your victory. Somebody needs to experience the example of your life. And so let's sing it on out. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. See you, folks. Happy New Year. Happy New You. Be sure to visit our website, www.herbertharris.com. Get a copy of our new book, Life Lessons for Your Success. Our main book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. Our New You for the New Year home study course to help guide you each and every step of the way. And so it is.